Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. A man will face Newcastle court today in relation to an alleged affray in Sydney last month. The 25-year-old was arrested by Raptor Squad police yesterday morning at Bar Beach. On Saturday, the 2nd of March, police went to an address at Cranebrook in Sydney. Police were told two men were involved in an altercation, during which one man lunged at another with a large kitchen knife before running off. The man's been charged with weapon and affray offences. A man and a child have had a lucky escape from injury after a car ploughed into a house at Metford. Emergency services were called to Shank Drive just after 4:30 yesterday afternoon to find the vehicle had left the road and crashed into the front of a home. Newcastle Fire Command says a man behind the wheel declined ambulance assistance despite a minor foot injury, and the child wasn't injured. Firefighters and ambulance rescue crews worked to shore up the front of the house to prevent it from collapsing. Telstra's 3G network will shut off across the Hunter from June after more than 2 decades. 3G users account for just 1% of those across the national network and will soon need to upgrade to a compatible device. Telstra's Mark Maram says this is an important step.
When we turn off 3G equipment around the country and we transition to 4 and 5G, your experience will continue to improve, but you'll need to upgrade your device to stay connected to our mobile network.
A major contingency for the Hunter's future energy supply has taken a significant step forward. The Waratah Super Battery at the former Lake Munmora Power Station site has received its Generator Performance Standard, an approval required if it's to be connected to the electricity grid. The battery has an 850 megawatt capacity and is expected to be online by 2025. Newcastle Council is considering the creation of a material recovery facility to process bulk waste from curbside pickups and construction sites. The Herald reports it would handle inert products and would be much cheaper than the previously planned recycling facility, which was likely to cost almost $57 million. There's calls for Hunter women experiencing grief to speak with their GPs about treatment options after a study looked into the ongoing impacts of mother loss in Australia. The study found daughters who are more dependent on their mum or provided personal care prior to their death experienced higher rates of depression and anxiety. Motherless Daughters co-founder Danielle Schelling says grieving is a natural response.
What we want to do is empower people who are grieving, not just daughters, where there are not pre-existing mental health conditions, to understand and reassure themselves that this is a really natural, normal response.
2NURFM Sport.
Knights captain Kalen Ponga has praised Jackson Hastings and Jack Cogger for their performance in the halves on Friday against the Dragons. Ahead of this Thursday's clash with the Roosters, Ponga says he believes they should remain as the main halves.
Our halves, I thought they controlled the footy quite well, kept us disciplined, kicked really well. I think obviously they deserve to be in that position in the starting lineup.
Meanwhile, Nathan Ross and Will Smith have been ruled out for West for their season opener on Saturday. The Rosellas take on Central Newcastle in the Magic Round event to kick off the Newcastle Rugby League season. Coolmore Horse Stud in the Hunter Valley has officially raised the world's most expensive yearling filly. The daughter of famed racehorse Winks was sold yesterday for a record $10 million at the Easter yearling sale in Sydney, with her being bred and raised at the stud. And Jets defender Lucas Moragas is set to join the Mariners following the end of the A-League season. That's sport. I'm Jessie Dennett.
And the winning numbers in Monday Lotto are 1, 9, 12, 16, 22 and 43, and the supplementaries are 15 and 32. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.